guys, it's I, the Crypto Otaku, back again, bringing you the crypto, the chaos, and the news. How's it going? Trump's gonna rock you like a hurricane. That's what's going on tonight, guys. That's what's going on tonight. Whoa, knocking over cameras and everything. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? What's this? R.I.P. the dollar. Rest in peace, says yo boy. Yeah, the dollar's donezo, man. It's donezo. Yes. Green tea in the house. How's it going, Otaku? How's it going, green tea? Chappie, trying to decide what to put my dry powder in before Wednesday. Ooh, before Wednesday? You mean before tomorrow? Before tomorrow? We'll see what happens tomorrow, guys. We're talking about that tonight. And yeah, wait and see what happens. Yeah, Denny in the house, of course. Vegeta! What does the scouter say about Bitcoin's price level? Well, unfortunately, it's still under 90,000. Anyway, so how you guys doing? How you guys doing? Hopefully you're staying sane. You're staying sane. I'm actually taking I'm doing a water fast this week. I'm gonna drink nothing but water this whole week. I'm gonna try to forget all about this week until it's done. Let's get through it. Let's get through it. It's gonna be a crazy week, guys. It's tomorrow. Yes, Chappie, it's tomorrow. For those who are not in the United States, tomorrow is Liberation Day, right? That's what they're calling it. Anyway, yeah, I call it Trump's hurricane. That's what I call it. Jesus. All right, let's get into it, guys. What is going on with the charts? Holy crap, I got a lot of dancing mascots to clean up today. All right, let's get them on out of here. All right. Yeah, so yeah, we've been waiting for this falling knife to fall, or we're gonna try to catch it, right? We're gonna try to catch it. Oh, without doing that. Hopefully, we're not doing that, guys. If you're hodling, of course, you don't need to be catching no knives. All you gotta do is just sit there and wait. That's it. That's all you gotta do. But just in case you guys are playing the market a little bit, I am too. I get my feet wet all the time, but I have a huge hodl bag. I do not touch. For sure. But if you are messing with the market right now, of course, we are showing you every single day where it's going. And it's crazy how the crypto chaos magic just seems to work every single week. So I played this out into the weekend, guys. Look at this. Look at this mess. Number one, look at this mess. Of course, we invalidated this last week. I left it up there just in spirit. Of course, that was our super bullish target from 2 Fridays ago. What? Yeah, so that was in play for quite a while, and it finally got invalidated. So yeah, let's clean that up. And of course, yeah, we scribbled that out on Friday anyway. Yeah, and again, I was feeling a little more baseline or bearish, but we did, of course, do our bullish target, which we did not hit anyway. And yeah, we landed pretty much entirely right on top of our bear, right? And our super bear target did not play out. And the super bears right now there's a lot of them. Where the hell's my bears? Jeez. There's a lot of super bears right now, guys. They want Bitcoin to go back down to like 73, 69K. And I say I don't see it. I really don't see it. We keep drawing it, right, for the super bears. They just don't keep they don't bite. They just don't bite. So yeah, we're still going a little bit sideways down here in these lower levels. I can't believe this, guys. I drew this on Friday, and I'm like, what else brings you guys the crypto predictions throughout the entire weekend? And of course, I'm right on the damn thing. And of course, if you guys follow me on any capacity, you know how I do this, right? We follow the rituals every single night. You just go into the rituals with me, and I'll show you how I do it. It's stupid, I tell you, but it works. It somehow works. All right, guys. So anyway, we're gonna of course catch up with that here in a bit. Get back into it. But before we do that, we got to go through all the metrics, right? All the metrics as we do every single day. It's time to hibernate the bears, says Green Tea. I agree. Let's get these bears. We're done with the bears. Let's get the bull market rolling again. I don't even know where the bulls are. Where are the bulls at? Oh, my God. Anyway, so what are we looking at right now? We're looking at a $82,000 Bitcoin. Things are starting to move a little bit into the foreign market open. So we're still about a half hour before Japan opens, I believe. So, yep, they're pushing forward without us, apparently. Same kind of levels we're looking at from last week. Our low, our bottom, right? Our bottom is still around 80K. We got to break through that 80K to really give the bears what they want, which is that 70K target. We see that next huge level in the liquidation. Guys, oh, you know what? I forgot. Jesus.
What are you, stupid?
Yes, I forgot, of course, to introduce what the hell I'm even showing you guys. I'm showing you guys the live heat map brought to you by Kimba, the White Snow Lion, on YouTube for free. Don't pay for something you get for free. right? I'm not endorsed. I just love, of course, the anime reference on my show. Anyway, so yeah, bottom is still around 80K. We gotta go through all of that entire buy wall, and then look at this huge sell wall now. We're getting even larger now. 90Ks. It's updating at the moment, but it looks like there's a 90K up buy sell wall. It's getting bigger and bigger. This was not that big last week, so fear is starting to grip the market. So still look at being shooken out and getting all the lettuce hands. The lettuce hand. Where the hell's all my dough? Where's my dough? I can't go without dough. I had to hide all this stuff from the possible sellers or buyers of the house. Anyway, yeah, burnt money doesn't look good for possible buyers on a home. Anyway, so yeah, that's what we're looking at tonight. Somewhere between 90K and 80K. That's a $10,000 level. It's nothing crazy for Bitcoin either. We'll get a little bit more down to the nitty and gritty on the end of the stream. All right, let's move on to what we have the U.S. dollar sitting at. Of course, this is the big topic of the day. U.S. national debt currently at 36.6 trillion, getting ever so closer to the 37 trillion mark. Of course, major economists have said we can't come back from these levels. Of course, the national debt, pointing to just the national debt, is so outrageous that our interest alone is over $1 trillion. We can't get out of this debt. All right. Well, maybe the tariffs can. That's the other part of the story, but not really. Anyway, so yeah, that's where we have the current national debt. The world debt as well, still over about 100 on every single country known to man. No one's really sitting in the green, except for El Salvador, right? Is El Salvador in the green? Well, they're definitely not on this list. That's for sure. Anyway, yeah, moving on. Doge live tracker coming in higher now. Thank God. We're getting a little bit of an update from Doge. $140 billion in savings for the U.S. Still nowhere near where we need to be, like trillion or $2 trillion in savings. Well, we'll get there, right? We'll slowly get there, maybe. And I think they changed the logo this time. If I go to the doge.gov, I don't think the dog is... I think the dog is dead, guys. After all the stuff I got to cover tonight, I think the dog is officially dead. Yeah, it's still that dollar sign. All right, moving on. We got a lot of stuff to cover tonight. Fear and greed index is an extreme fear for stonks. Yeah, it is. It's really bad for stonk market right now, guys. Really, really bad. And then, of course, the U.S. U.S. stock market in particular. The crypto and fear and greed index is now at a 34 in fear. Refreshing that for the stream. Still in 34. You know, we've seen worse, right? We've seen worse. I mean, not too much worse. Extreme fear a couple times, but yeah, we're gonna bounce back. I'm not worrying until Bitcoin's sitting at $34,000. Anyway, 104 on the Dixie today. Still flirting with this 104, 105 target. The Dixie's pretty much done. I don't know why we're even getting this up. I don't know who the hell's buying treasury bonds. In the last 3 months, it's been down. What are we looking at? I'm gonna say like is that 10%, 15%? Anyway, the Dixie's dead, guys. We're gonna get into that. The crypto bubbles coming in a little bit on the green side today. It actually was really a lot more green earlier today, but I'll take this. I'll definitely take this for a decent green day. Some of your favorite products are up about an average of 2 to 5%. Nothing too crazy today, but you know what? It's still early week. I'm expecting a crazy week this week, guys. Crazy volatility. And it may be kind of lackluster because maybe that's what everyone's expecting, and it's just going to be like, oh yeah, and then Trump said this, and then it was over. Okay, and then game on. So that could be a reality, right? So yeah, I need big movers today. There is one big thing, of course, I wanted to talk about. You notice something missing from this? Top 100 right here. You know what's missing from this? A coin that's about ready to have a big breakout. Jasmine! Jasmine got pushed out to 101 today, guys. This coin is so undervalued at this current time frame. Looking at just entering their fiscal year tomorrow. Technically tonight, Japan is getting all their new budgets and all their new financial options, and venture capitalists are all going to be buying up the dip like crazy here this week. And they're going to have Fresh start into the year for them. This is how it begins. This is how it starts, guys. All right, market Bitcoin dominance still. Look at this. We broke 62 again. Holy crap, guys. We're back up to 62% dominant. Of course, Michael Saylor would say, no, it's stupid. It's crazy. It's dumb. It's 99% dominant. Everything else. Of course, going back to Michael Saylor in 2021 and his crazy rants. I love it. Yeah, so Bitcoin dominance still above there. I think that's not going to be a metric we're going to have to confirm the altcoin season is in. If we do use it, it's going to be Bitcoin's at 50%, 55%, and it's, altcoin season is here. I don't know. 60%. I feel like it goes back to like 57, and it's like altcoins are going to run. It isn't going to take much because everyone's chasing Bitcoin right now. Before I go any further, let's catch up on the chat. You guys are blowing up my chat tonight. Whoa. Danny says, yes, Napa, it's under 90,000. Get him, Napa. Jeez. Oh, yes. Of course, Dragon Ball reference. It's tomorrow. Yes. Oh, God. It's time to hymenate the Bears. And I thought it was April 2nd. Cool. Yeah, ready for it all. Are you ready for it all, Chappie? Are you going to be a happy Chappie after all this? I hope so. Headdagger in the house as well. Hello. And Ryan Miller, what's up, my guy? To Aaron Burgers, love the content. Thank you. I appreciate it. I love it. I love that you guys appreciate what I do. But yeah, if you do, please like, subscribe, do all the things down below. I appreciate you as well. And I'll create more. Jeez. Yes, fire. Bring on the fire and the doom, as Tyler likes to bring from day to day. All right, so cryptocurrencies by market cap. What are we looking at? Of course, we're looking at what's shaking out at the top 100, the top 10, the top 20. I just showed you one of the big ones today that got pushed out of the top 100, and that is Jasmy. I think that is a disgrace. What are you guys doing? You're not DCAing enough. That's what I say. It's still above a penny though. Like I was expecting it to get under a penny. I've been trying to buy it under a penny again for 2 years, almost a year and a half. Anyway, Bitcoin, of course, we've got Ethereum, Tether, XRP, Binance, Solana, USDC, Doge, Cardano, Tron. Nothing has changed. Top 10, nothing has changed. Toncoin coming in around 11. Chainlink at 12. Leo, look at this. Leo flipping Avalanche and Stellar again. That's interesting. I'm not a huge fan of Leo. I don't really follow it, so I don't understand why. They just had a huge, massive dip according to that chart too. I'm not sure what's going on with that project. Avalanche, of course. I got some news on the Avalanche blockchain too. The gun token. We've been talking about that last week. Their mainland launch went live today. I'll cover that in the news segments as well. Sui at 17. Wow, just on the outskirts, almost towards the top, exiting the top 20. That's crazy. Polkadot as well. Speaking of top 20, Litecoin's in the top 20. Look at that old Dino coin right there. Holding on. Bitcoin Cash coming back up to 22. This is nuts. Like, I don't even recognize the top 100 anymore. It's crazy. Especially with all these weird ones out there like Pi Coin hanging out and stuff. Anyway, but of course, I wanted to bring this up. Boom. Look. Jasmy. Well, according to this, I'm going to refresh it. But according to this, Jasmy's still in the top 100. Just got pushed back to 97. Am I at the edge? Yeah. So it might be updated, it might be outdated, I don't know. But yeah, Jasmy, of course, has seen better days, right? Okay, moving on. I still can't get under a penny though, man. God, what like someone is controlling that market. Anywho, enough of my bias. We've got, of course, my favorite metric to go over every single night, and that's how many bitties. Guys, how many are left? How many Bitcoin are left? That's it. This is it. This is all that's left in the exchanges right now for everyone to potentially buy, right? This is it. Michael Saylor just bought more today. We're going to get into that too. This is all that's left, guys. And we're getting the record lows nearly almost every day now. 2.18 million. I think we touched 2.17 just briefly last week, but yeah, that is all that is left. We keep dipping down lower into that bucket and scooping out as much as we can every single day. This is going to run out. At some point, this is not going to be available. All right. Okay, BitcoinTreasures.net, of course, showing you the big one today. Michael Saylor purchasing another 2,000, or was it 2,200 Bitcoin, something like that. That's not even updated on Bitcoin Treasures. I'm telling you guys, I am done with this site. Like, they are so out of date March 24th, yeah. They are not even... I'm going to skip over it today because I already got that in another segment and we'll cover it anyway. Bitcoin rainbow chart, of course, is telling you to be continuing to be buying. We're still not even returning back to the accumulation zone or still cheap territory. Guys, we're still dirt cheap. Literally dirt cheap right now, right before the fire sale. If we go back to the fire sale, of course, you know what that means. Benny gets another burn. But yeah. Basically, a fire sale is right around the corner. If we do hit the super bearish target, which we would totally just briefly touch, in my opinion, $73,000, $74,000 Bitcoin. I cannot believe the fire sale now starts at 74. Back at the beginning of the year, fire sale started at 70K. We keep climbing, guys. We keep climbing. These targets are going to get harder and harder for us to touch. Up or down, right? Up or down. So it's still a really good time to be buying Bitcoin before it melts your face. It's still less than $0.1 million. Anyway, so yeah, that of course is the rainbow price chart. It's one of my favorite charts. All right, top assets by market cap. It looked better with fire behind it though. I gotta do that. Anyway, so yeah. Top 10 assets in the world. Bitcoin's still holding on to number 10 in the midst of all this chaos and turmoil, and of course, the Hurricane Trump that's shaking the economy. We're still sitting on the board. We're still on the board above Meta. Of course, last year we blew through all of these. It was nuts. We went from zero to hero last year. We went from top 15 or something like that all the way up to top 10, and at the highest we were at was top 6 last year. We actually surpassed silver briefly. Yeah, a few times. And we're going right back for it. We'll probably smash right through all these, hit Microsoft, maybe get through them. We'll see. It really is not unbelievable. It's only a 2x from here. So yeah, hold on to your butts, guys. It's about to get wild and crazy out there. All right, so I got a clip of this I want to show you. Of course, is my favorite representative from, of course, Arizona, David Schweikert, and he's bringing you the real shit. He doesn't hold back.
The 39 cents the government you want me to cut. And their problem with that math is when you look at the charts, do you see what's in blue? That's everything a member of Congress gets to vote on.
I want to actually skip towards... Oh, I think my mouse just died. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I want to actually skip to this particular segment.
Let's actually have a moment of truth about math. This was baseline. Over the next 10 years, we were going to spend $86 trillion.
Yes!
Next 10 years, CBO baseline, we're going to spend $86 trillion. The reconciliation...
I can't even fathom this, guys. It's so stupid.
Budget had what, 1.3 trillion in cuts, and if we got lucky and did everything, you might get to 2. So we're talking about 2 trillion of cuts over 10 years on 86 trillion of spending.
I love you, David.
That's what the left over here is losing their minds over because they need something.
It's so true.
You know, they've lost the working middle class. They've lost so much of American voters.
Yep.
No longer trust them because they've spent decades, not telling them the truth about the math. Look, and it's not hard. Except the problem is 30% of that's borrowed.
Yeah.
30% of that's borrowed. And people are losing their mind that we're trying to cut $2 trillion on 86 trillion of spending. That's what this place has become. This place has become a clown show of math.
There it is, guys. There it is. I love it. Every single time he does a video, I of course have to. I have to. I have to show it, guys. I just love everything that he's doing over there in Arizona. I really want to move there too, man. If I had a choice to live anywhere in the United States, it would be Arizona for sure. And then, of course, they're in the lead too for Bitcoin Strategic Reserve. I have to, of course, bring a shout out to that. Let's go back to that real quick. Look at this. These are, of course, the live strategic Bitcoin reserves. 36 of them currently. The one in the lead right now, about ready to roll out. Last time we looked at it, was the reserve race of Arizona. Look at this, the closest on the board. We're already past the Senate and just waiting to get enacted here soon. Crazy guys, crazy. Let's catch up on the chat again real quick. So yeah, Bitcoin wicked down to 69K on Wednesday, says Heidegger. If anything, that would be the day. I'm not calling for 69K. I'm calling for more of like a 70, 74, 72 on the low end. That's kind of what I'm looking at. That's what the chart shows us, right? And then Trip to Jared says, and we'll go in, of course, more on that into detail at the end of the stream. What's up, man? Been looking forward to the live. Yes, Jared, how you doing, my guy? Yeah, we have a lot of fun over there, don't we? Jeez. Gamma Goddess says, hey, Otaku and Crypto Fam. Otaku, did you see Japan's FSA plans to reclassify the cryptocurrencies as financial products? I got some of that to show you here in the end of the stream as well. And the real news segment on Twitter, yes, you're absolutely right. So fiscal products on financial products in 2026 to curb insider trading and align them with traditional finance rules. Yes, I absolutely love every single bit about that sentence. Every single bit of it. They said that the goal is to integrate crypto into the mainstream and attract institutional investors. This could be good for Jasmine. And, of course, good for Japan as they are negative 300%. Well, I guess 289%. Who's counting anyway? 300% in debt to GDP. Talk about passion. Yeah, that's me, man. I'm wrapped up in a nutshell for this shit. Jeez. I live in Phoenix, Arizona for a bit. It was awesome. Yeah, Ryan. Yes, I worked there a few times. Pretty chill place. I love the desert though. I'm kind of biased. I'm thinking of moving to Arizona also. Damn, the whole country's just gonna move there. It's gonna be too expensive. I'm gonna take this idea out of your heads. All right, guys. I'm kidding, of course. We'll have plenty of money to move there when we're all, filthy rich on crypto. Okay, moving on. Stablecoin rules leave U.S. before U.S. tax forum experts say. Let's get into some of the news, guys. I wanted, of course, leave some of these up to show you the FUD that's happening right now. Look at these articles. They're ridiculous. Pretty much everything's going to crash. Everything's down. Oh, no, the world is ending. Is Cardano dead? Look, I couldn't believe that. Is Cardano dead? Really? Was it Florida proposes strict rules against online gambling? This is nonsense today in articles. Bitcoin whale accumulation trend mirrors 2020 era bullish activity. I believe we want to see it. Well, accordingly, they're covering that. Let's see. Bitcoin could reduce dominance of U.S. dollar. That's just what the big one we're talking about today. So look at this other. This is what CoinDesk looks like today too. Look at we got bears just chilling out. Bitcoin headed below 60K, says hot-handed crypto hedge fund manager. Under 60K? Are you kidding me? I think there's going to be a lot of people chasing that before it's any of that level. What else we got here? Was it Solana's going? I thought who covered that Solana was going to zero or something like that. It's some crazy stuff today, guys. All right, let's get into the real news. The real news, guys. Oh, not the real news, but the stuff I had pulled up. The real news is after this on Twitter. Michael Saylor's strategy acquires 22,000 Bitcoin for $1.92 billion. So basically $2 billion. $2 billion. Michael Saylor is spending. More buys are coming. Of course, they're coming every week. He puts the orange dot on the chart. By channeling equity into Bitcoin, strategy redefines treasury norms, raising profound questions of risk management, investor trust, and how digital assets might reshape long-term capital planning. That's what all my family members ask me too. Like, I think you're way too risky, man. I'm like, I feel like you're way too in risk holding dollars. Michael Saylor's company strategy acquired 22,000 Bitcoin between March 24th and March 30th, spending $1.92 billion raised through recent stock sales, according to a March 31st announcement. Strategy now expands Bitcoin holdings using stock sale. Yes, we know. This is the same rinse and repeat every week now, isn't it, guys? It's acquired. This is the official announcement from Saylor himself. Yeah, so you have bought about 86,969 per coin. He's even paying a premium. He does not care, but he's still buying it off the exchanges for sure, even at a premium. This is how they're keeping the price steady, guys. That's how they're doing it. So Strategy holds 528,185 now. Look at this. They're over 525,000 Bitcoin. This is crazy. Yeah. So, yep, there's the official announcement there. And then he posted this as well. This was kind of cute. iBit versus MicroStrategy. And this is, of course, their assets under management, 575,000 Bitcoin versus MicroStrategies, which is a corporation, not an ETF, right? Definitely worth a lot more, in my opinion, with, with strategy. Crazy stuff. He's going to be the richest man on earth. He's going to be the first trillionaire, that's for sure. Alrighty, what else we got? Bitcoin reclaims $83,000 as reinstitutional buying ramps up. The cryptocurrency fell 81,000 on Sunday. You saw that dip? I called that dip. It didn't really last, right? Boom. That was it. And then leading digital asset dipped to 81K over the weekend. Yes, and of course everyone's buying a bit. Bitcoin's price remained volatile over the past 24 hours, trading in between, blah, blah, blah. This is just a nothing article, guys. It's crazy. And, of course, they're doubling down on purchases. Of course, MicroStrategy and Metaplanet. Metaplanet out of Japan. The hotel company now is going to be a Bitcoin hotel. You can't make this stuff up. It'd be funny if they become a Bitcoin casino, too. I definitely would go. Short-term Bitcoin holders dwindle. I saw a metric, this last weekend, that only less than a million wallets now hold one Bitcoin. One Bitcoin, less than 1 million wallets. That means that we have less than a million people obviously holding one Bitcoin, because corporations hold tons of wallets and hold tons of Bitcoin. So the realistic number of holders out there that hold at least one Bitcoin, it's got to be astronomically low. Like, I mean, we're talking about maybe hundreds of thousands of people, maybe, have one Bitcoin. Like, this is going to be ridiculous, guys, when this March happens, right? When all the normies basically rush in when we're at $200,000 Bitcoin. This remains significantly low below prior tops, or investor wealth peaked in 70-90%, suggesting a more tempered and distributed bull market so far, Glassnode explained. Other key indicators paint a mixed picture for Bitcoin's short-term outlook. Dominance slightly to 62.2, which we're already over that today, right? Futures open interest dipped slightly to $53. Who cares? Who cares about futures? Bitcoin price outlook from BitcoinNews.com is it remains volatile. They don't even give a number on that. I'll give you guys a number. This is ridiculous. Why, really? You're not gonna put your balls on the line? Anyway, driven by increasing institutional adoption and maturing investor base, with long-term holders increasing their grip on supply, volatility may gradually subside, setting the stage for more sustainable price growth in the coming months, according to BitcoinNews.com. Come on.
What are you, stupid?
That was a nothing article. All right, what else we got in the nothing articles? This is the Solana one I was talking about. Solana hangs in balance to surge to 30, or a collapse to $90. I'll be buying it at $90. Jesus, that's crazy. Again, all these articles are just ridiculous. XRP breakdown. Will $2 hold, or will it plunge to 150? Everything is like this. ETH crashes below 2,000. You can't make this stuff up, guys. They're trying to scare the entire market out. It's nuts. These articles are crazy. So I'm definitely not going to read you any of those either. Just wanted to show you the highlighted headlines. They're getting out of hand, and every time I see this is right before a huge pump. California unleashes Bitcoin rights bill protecting self-custody for 40 million Americans. I actually had to go back to our chart, guys, because I was like, did we ever add California? Because they are starting to get a little bit more pro-Bitcoin. And I did. We did add Bitcoin to the map. I think it was a few weeks ago. But again, they're still not in the lineup for a strategic reserve just yet. But yeah, they are definitely on the board. California's Bitcoin rights bill secures self-custody for digital assets, shields crypto payments for penalties, and protects 40 million Americans' financial freedom in the digital age. We're getting some positive news out of California, not like what's happening in their state right now. With, I don't know if you guys seen those videos of trending on Twitter, but like Skid Row and all the crazy stuff. That's never changed. But them locking up literally every item in the store. It is the dystopian future, guys. I'm telling you. Welcome to 2025. We have made it to the future, and it's pretty crazy. It is pretty crazy. So yeah, it looks like California's Assembly has initiated legislation action, crypto governance, by filing AB 1052, referring to the Bitcoin rights bill introduced by Assembly member Juan Carrillo Valencia.
Valencia, who presides over the Banking and Finance Committee. The measure target legal recognition for digital asset self-custody. Public confirmation of the bill's introduction came on March 29th through the statement posted on nonprofit Satoshi Action Fund on the social media platform X. We are proud to officially announce that Bitcoin Rights has officially introduced into the California Assembly by the Chair, Banking and Finance, Assemblyman Valencia. Once passed, nearly 40 million Americans will have their right to self-custody protected. Damn, that's awesome. And that's, again, one of the largest states in our country. The biggest one, of course, already was Texas. It already went pro Bitcoin a long time ago. And pro mining, man, they've been putting up mining farms like crazy in Texas. All right, so what else we have here? This is an important step towards forward to Bitcoin and digital asset rights. We must ensure that the innovative technologies remain accessible to individuals. 100% agree. Although you should probably send some of those down to Skid Row's way, because it's getting pretty jank down there. Just gonna say. All right. Elon Musk downplays Doge governance rule into Doge. Ripped and sending the coin, of course, down to 9%. Now, did it really fall that low, though? Because I was looking at it that long ago. I don't remember seeing it. Oh, yeah, look at that. 16 cents. It was 19 cents. Yeah, so it fell down from here. He came out and said that. I've got that clip on the Twitter segment as well for you guys. So we can definitely see that there. There's pretty much nothing to really cover here. Depends on how you interpret what he said, though, because I don't know. So, yeah, we'll get into that, but it kind of rolled off kind of sus. All right, I'm moving on. Trump family launches American Bitcoin mining venture partnership with Hut 8. The publicly traded Bitcoin mining company Hut 8 is partnering with the U.S. President Donald Trump's family to form a new mining subsidiary called American Bitcoin. Really? It's just, yeah. I mean, it works, I guess. In a new announcement, Florida-based Hut 8 says merging with the majority of the ASIC mining operations for an 80% stake in American Bitcoin, a company formed by the group of investors, including the president's sons, Eric Trump and Donald Trump Jr. American Bitcoin was formerly known as American Data Centers Incorporated. Donald Trump Jr. says, from the start, we've backed our conviction in Bitcoin personally, and through our businesses, but simply buying Bitcoin is only half the story. Mining it as a favorable economics opens an even bigger opportunity. Eric Trump will serve as American Bitcoin's chief strategy officer as the company aims to become publicly listed company. Mike Ho will serve as a executive chairman, and Matt Prusak as CEO. He's getting wrapped up in way too much stuff here lately. Eric Trump is like on the board of Metaplanet, and now this and all the other crap. Was it the World Financial Liberty? Would it be financial stuff too? I don't know. I think he's getting a little too much exposure, in my opinion. Says Hut 8, initially American businesses' results will be consolidated with the company's financial statements. For reporting purposes, Hut 8 will serve as American Bitcoin's exclusive infrastructure and operations partner through a series of long-term commercial agreements, and that will generate stable, contracted revenue streams and Hut 8's power and digital infrastructure segments. Jeez, what a mouthful. But yeah, he's probably mostly just investing, I'd imagine. And he just throw, a giant, giant position or title on top of that. I don't know. I'm not sure how much involved they are. But obviously, Eric is very pro-Bitcoin. I'm not going to discount that at all. I've heard him speak. I know I know how he is. All right. Catching back up on the chat real quick before I go into the next article. And, of course, covering the real news segment here soon. I lived in Philly. Okay, I'm thinking about moving to Arizona. You guys stop moving to Arizona, man. That's where I'm going. Benzine says, how doomed are we in the weeds? Will Trump liberate our money into his pockets or Liberation Day? On Liberation Day? That's the question of the hour now, isn't it? And it's literally less than 12 hours away. Yeah, it could happen. It could happen. But yeah, guys, if you guys want to move into Arizona, I don't know. I feel like maybe we should create like an Arizona Bitcoin compound or something. Crypto compound. For all of us weirdos out there. All right, moving on. Gunzilla Guns token, guys. I talked about this last week. This is the first big AAA game. I played it on in my spare time. That is now launched this token and is going to be rolling out into the NFT space as well with their assets, the in-game assets, guns, skins, attachments. I mean, it's crazy how much stuff they have with their like hairstyles and everything else. You'll be able to soon flip that on the open market. The token already went live. Actually, I have pulled up here as well. It's down about about 10% today, 25% now. It launched for about 12 cents on the high end, and then came back down to where we are now, about 7 cents. I estimate when this token is still not even fully circulated in supply yet. I'm estimating what's going to happen is it's going to probably, it's all going to probably drop. We're going to probably land somewhere between a penny and maybe like 2 cents, 208 or 207 or something like that. Once all the tokens are on the chain, and also when the game actually allows you to take it onto OpenSea and selling all of your assets and NFTs. So this is crazy. We're starting to get a little bit of a. I'm not invested in this, guys. I just really love the game and the project, and it's on Avalanche too. So again, this is the first of its kind. We haven't seen a game quite like this ever come out in crypto yet. So I'm just keeping an eye on it for you. And of course, I love the dystopian future, and of course the cyberpunk aesthetic that it has as well. Gunzilla launched this token today on Binance as a way to off the grid to battle royale game community to trade their gaming items. The move in part is Gunzilla's dream of making it off the grid a hybrid Web 2 and Web 3 game into the first mainstream success. Obviously, what they mean by that is it's on the Sony consoles, it's on the Xbox consoles, it's on Steam, it's on PC, it's on a Web 2, right? And of course, it's going to be trading on Web 3. So last week by buying Game Informer, yes, it bought Game Informer as well. If you guys are familiar with Game Informer, if you guys are familiar with GameStop, right? I definitely read a fair share of those magazines as a kid growing up. Reviving the game journalism site that was shut down by GameStop last year. Theo Agranot, director of Web3 at Gunzilla, says that the interview with the game's beat at the Gun token will be used to access the Gun's platform, which offers the blockchain native infrastructure for game developers. The Gun token is also their other utility as well, such as purchasing in-game items from the in-game marketplace, paying for its customization items and expendables, and covering hex decoding fees, which will be described below. Guys, if you haven't checked out my video on this as well, I did actually put out a YouTube video on this when the game went live, early access back in October, and I really enjoy the game. It's right here, and I'm not endorsed, obviously. I ain't getting paid. So this is me playing the game there, and these are the items we're talking about here too.
The earlier minted item.
I could probably mute this so you guys can see. So yeah, all these items in game. What the character's wearing, shorts, pants, hairstyles, eyes, hair, everything, right? Everything. And then you have the guns and everything like that. Those are all going to be incorporated into the blockchain. Or they technically already have. And when you open a item too, which I think I did live too on that stream. Maybe I didn't. When you get a hex device, which is basically, loot boxes in the games now. You gotta pay like $10-15 to open a loot box in most of these games. It's crazy. It's very predatorial to these younger audiences too. Like my God, I've heard like horror stories of these kids spending like $20 a day on their or $200 a day on their parents' accounts and stuff. You basically find this stuff in the game. I wonder if I did that too. And then you take them out of the game live. I think I did one right there. Yeah, right there. I found one of these in the game. I put it in the box. I now have to defend it for about 100 seconds on that one there in particular. Depends on the rarity. And then at the end of the game, you can then uncode it or decode it, pay a fee, right? And this is the thing that most normies aren't going to understand. If I can get back to that. I'm pretty sure I decoded it. Yeah, right there. Right there. I got that out of the game. That was a loot box. I didn't pay nothing for it. Right? It's got a random item in it, just like a $10 or $20 loot box. And right there in the game, you can decode it. And so right there, you're paying about 0.25 gun. That's, again, their native token for their service. And, yeah, you just open it right there, and boom, you got your skins. And that one was pretty basic, but that's the idea, right? So, yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool that we're going to see more games like this. I think this is, again, the future of our space. And this is just getting started, man. This is getting started. All right. So yeah, so far that the game has been happening in the Web3 gaming companies called the testnet. Now the mainnet is ready to launch. By adding Binance's Web3 network, Gunzilla hopes to reach out to more gamers. The game is available on Epic's Game Store, not on Steam, as Valve has banned on Web3 games at the moment. That's right, they're still not playing games yet on on Steam, Web3 anyway. So yeah, the ecosystem will be the first Avalanche L1 integrating with Binance, and the Gun token will be the first Web3 game token to launch on Binance since Pixels debuted in the first quarter of 2024. Who remembers that anyway? Oh, jeez. All right, so yeah, there's a lot to go through there. I really don't want to go through it, but I do, of course, have to bring out shout out to Chappie, because again, the director of Chappie did all of the in-game segments. So yeah, you got to check it out if you're a big fan of District 9 or Chappie. These are some of my favorite movies of all time. All right, so that's Gun. That's what's going on with Gunzilla's Gun token and Off the Grid. Love it, love it. And that might be all for the news. That might be all the news I got. Oh no, of course the big one in the room. How could I forget? Bitcoin could threaten the U.S. dollar's reserve as reserve currency status, according to Larry Fink's, of course, BlackRock himself, the face of BlackRock, Larry Fink. Still a big fan of digital assets, BlackRock's Larry Fink nevertheless said he's not blind to the possible risks of the U.S. and from Bitcoin's rise in prominence. The U.S. has benefited from the dollar serving as the world's reserve currency for decades, said Fink in his annual letter to shareholders, but that's not a guarantee to last forever. If the U.S. doesn't get its debt under control, if deficits keep ballooning, America's risk losing the position in digital assets like Bitcoin. I'm obviously not anti-digital assets, Fink continued, but two things can be true at the same time. Decentralized finance is an extraordinarily innovative marketplace. Right. It makes markets faster, cheaper, and more transparent, yet the same innovation could undermine America's economic advantage if investors begin seeing Bitcoin as a safer bet than the dollar. There's a few of these points, guys. It's just like, it's done so. Why would you hold any? I mean, at this point, again, he's a 11 or 12 trillion dollar asset manager now, right? Of course, BlackRock. Fink's letter comes a big high market uncertainty and anxiety among investors about the economic state of the country amid policy changes set in place by the U.S. President Donald Trump. It's going to shake you like a hurricane. To balance out the national deficit, Fink said investors should diversify their portfolios to add private market assets in addition to stocks and bonds. Doubling down on his commitment and belief in digital assets, Fink says he believes in tokenized funds will be well known among investors in exchange-traded funds, provided that the industry can create a better infrastructure of digital identities, which Fink believes to be a hurdle in getting institutional investors from fully embracing decentralized finance. Every stock, every bond, every fund, every asset, can be tokenized. If they are, it will revolutionize investing, he wrote. If we're serious about building an efficient and accessible financial system, championing tokenization alone won't suffice. We must solve digital verification too. Guys, can you put this on the blockchain and then tie it to a real world asset? Like, I don't know, like this giant diamond? No, it's paper, it's silly money. We print it, we throw it away. BlackRock in January 2024 became one of the first issuers to launch the Spot ETF. Guys, of course, I launched this stream on that day. The day we went live for the ETFs, Bitcoin ETFs. Became one of the most successful ETF in history of the asset class as of today. The fund handles $50 billion in assets, with half of it coming from retail investors. The asset manager has also issued a tokenized money market fund, Bildle, which is tracked across $2 billion in assets by April, making it the largest tokenized fund currently on the market. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So even Larry Fink himself is he knows the jig's up. He knows the jig's up. And his assets under management are going to continue to grow if they're measured in dollars, because the dollar is going to be worthless. Yeah, he's going to probably have $20 trillion under management when we reevaluate where the dollar really stands at the end of this year. Nuts. I mean, maybe not the end of this year, but the end of the decade for sure. I think he's definitely going to be a $20 trillion asset company. All right, guys. Of course, takes us into the real news on Twitter. How you guys doing? How you guys feeling? How you doing in the chat? Let me get back to you guys in the chat. So how doomed are we? Yes. What do you think about the gun tokenomics? I think it's all right. Again, it's a little less than a tenth of it right now. It's not the greatest that's allocated onto the circulating supply. So they're definitely going to be rolling them out as they get more larger games, I'd imagine, because their ecosystem has to match, the tokenomic or the economy of the games that they have in it, right? And so right now they only have one major game where they have a whole bunch down the pipeline. They have a few other games too, but I wouldn't call them off the grid level games. So yeah, as they get more games released, I think they're gonna just adding more of the token onto the exchange, and I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine. And other blockchains will, other exchanges will pick it up as well. And we'll get there with off the grid. And Gunzilla, I think is going to be maybe a household name. Once they get some of these other elements across in that game, they still haven't launched the story yet in Off the Grid. There's a lot of stuff I remember playing in the beta that's not even relaunched yet. So like driving vehicles and all that stuff. Anyway, so I don't want to get too much into it, but I think it's gonna do okay. I think it's fine. It's not the best launch, especially in timing. The market right now, it's not the best time to launch it. But they definitely wanted to get ahead of the summer months, which is really interesting because that's usually the gaming months really start moving the markets for gaming in the summer. Anyway, enough ranting about that. So what? Any guys? Jesus, I'm fumbling words. So where are we going, guys? Where are we going? We are going into the real world segment, the real news. The real news here, of course, covered on Twitter. Guys, if you haven't liked, subscribed, do all the things down below. I would appreciate that. Let's dive into what I've got to share for you. There's a lot to cover here tonight, guys. A lot. Trump family turns to Bitcoin mining as we just
right,
covered.
Caroline.
Right?
Obviously, this has really
so a little
proven
clip
to
of
be
that.
The token of choice for that. And I think a big part of that reason why is because of that famously limited supply of Bitcoin.
Oh, no.
There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin in existence.
They're calling out that they said the quiet part out loud about Ethereum. Maybe that's why it's not going anywhere, because there's infinite. There's infinite. Anyway, so yeah, that happened, of course. I don't want to spend too much time on everything. I've got so much time. Just in, $11 trillion BlackRock CEO says the dollar could lose its world reserve status to Bitcoin. Yes, we just read that to you. U.S. House to hold hearing on crypto market legislation on April 9th. That's going to be another one to put in your calendars, guys. Crypto regulation, of course, equals bullish. I mean, I'd rather than not do anything, but you got to save some of the normies from themselves. Right? Not everyone has a storage wallet and everything. Anyway, thank you to President Bukele. This is Donald Trump talking about El Salvador for taking criminals that are so stupidly allowed. Great choice of words from our sitting president. By the crooked Joe Biden administration. Again, great choice of words from our sitting president. So salty. To enter our country and then giving them such a wonderful place to live, taking them back into the El Salvadorian prisons. Some of the craziest our great first Bitcoin country, right? El Salvador. Ray Dalio says official. That's just referring me to, yeah. Justin, Microsoft, of course, announces to acquire another 22,000 Bitcoin for just under $2 billion. Then they hodl 528,000 Bitcoin. Justin, U.S. President Trump says he's open to cutting the tariffs on China in exchange for the TikTok deal. I thought that was a wild one, right? Polkadot's still in play for that as well, if you guys are following that narrative. Just saying, it's still out there. Still out there. Stay on the orange path. Bitcoin shines a beacon of the orange hope, illuminating the path in the sea of red turbulence. I agree. I can tell you the only part of my portfolio that I'm happy to look at is my Bitcoin stack. Because, Michael Saylor is right now sitting pretty at least 1% allocated, 1% appreciation in the last 3 months in return, where everyone else is in the red, deep in the red, not even just in the red, right? I think Meta's doing the best right now at 2%. Look at this. Tesla's at 37% down. What? It's one of course, the leading in innovative future products for venture capitalists, too, which is crazy. They're definitely playing that stock. Anyway, Donald Trump Jr. and Eric Trump partner with Hut 8, as we mentioned before. I don't want to spend too much time there. Of course, American Bitcoin mining. Michael Saylor strategy just bought another. Yes, we covered that too. Tom Lee said that Bitcoin is going to $150,000 this year. Again, rolling it out. Speaking the words.
Going to be a trap.
Jeez.
Stacking?
I think so. You know.
You do at 80.
Yeah, I think part of this was Bitcoin seasonally was just not going to be.
Ooh. What happened?
attractive
We stopped.
Until after March ends, and now we're finally
And we're muted. What? What is going
exiting
on?
March, and so I think
There we go.
not only is the calendar looking better, but as you're saying, Fed and central banks are easing, QT's ending.
Why does it keep pausing?
That with positive Washington sort of tailwinds means I think Bitcoin can do well to the end of the year.
Right. People love it when I ask you what your year-end target is.
Yeah, and
Makes people very, very excited.
yes, and I mean,
It's
one
crazy high again.
I think it's still 150 or higher as possible. I know it doesn't feel like it, but once we get through this tariff and that agenda around tariffs, markets can look forward to things that could be positive.
To be stacking.
I think so.
There we go, guys. Right out of Tom Lee himself. Still bullish. Still bullish.
I'd buy that for $1.
All right. And Elon Musk confirms the U.S. government has no plans to use Dogecoin.
So, the names are similar,
Here's the
but
clip.
they're doing two very different things. In fact, I was going to call it like the Government Efficiency Commission, but that's a
My stream keeps pausing tonight, guys.
super boring name. And then the internet said, no, it needs to be called the Department of Government Efficiency. I was like, well, internet, that's the internet is right. So we changed the name from Government Efficiency Commission to Department of Government Efficiency. But there are no plans for the government to use Dogecoin or anything, as far as I know.
See what he said at the end of that? This is what I was talking about. It's kind of sus, as far as he knows. Oh my God. Yeah. So that's why Doge is down about 9-10% today. Rent, food, gas, bills, me buying the Bitcoin dip. Guys, I'm not even eating this week. I'm buying the dip. I'm literally not eating this week. Nothing like a little payday coincidence. Right? The end of the month, and all of a sudden, Bitcoin's on sale. All right. Metaplanet issues another $2 billion in bonds to purchase more Bitcoin as well. They're buying weekly now. They're stepping the game up, man. They're stepping the game up. Simpler is better. I thought Michael Saylor did this. It's so sacrilegious. I'm like, what in the world? Thou shalt not sell thy Bitcoin. And, of course, the second commandment is thou shalt not sell thy Bitcoin. That's simple as that, guys. He's so silly, that sailor. And then everything is computer now. Everything is computer. Why? China's showing us up. There we have it. We have self-parking car. Self-driving car, self-parking car. I don't know. That just seems like a little more of a. I don't know. I wouldn't be comfortable like letting my car park like that. So people are gonna ding that up. And then Walmart had a Bitcoin sale today too. Look at this, guys. It's 25 cents per Bitcoin right now. Chocolate Bitcoin at Walmart. Who makes this crap? Really? Oh God. Yeah, Michael Saylor said that Bitcoin was brilliant because Satoshi capped the supply at 21 million. I don't think we need to play that clip there. And then the barbell has more utility. This barbell has more utility than 99% of all crypto in our space. Roy! Oh, God, guys. The internet's so weird. Percentage of millionaires, half of Congress, or 1% of the entire United States. That's about right. That's about right. Buying the dip. Buying the dip right now. Guys, you buying the dip? Yep, you buying the dip? Yep, you buying that dip? Yep. Hey, guys, I need some change. I'm buying that dip. I need $2 to buy the dip. Send it to my Phantom wallet. Oh, this is unreal, guys. Unreal. Unreal. Yeah, needs to eat more orange. Of course, this was the announcement last night from Michael Saylor. Of course, putting another orange dot on the board, telling us he was going to buy on Monday. Japan to legally classify Bitcoin and crypto as financial products, from Vivek as well. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Of course, the very beginning of the month, too. The end of the month before they get into the beginning of their fiscal year. It's happening, guys. It's happening. Venture capital is going to be investing in a big way here soon in Japan. Bitcoin holding strong in macro chart compared to its major financial markets. Bitcoin still maintains a strong and unbroken trend. Look at this. Compare to the NASDAQ. Compare to the Dow Jones. Compare to the S&P 500. Bitcoin's still trending upward in a bullish fashion. Still bullish no matter what. Yeah. Still bullish no matter what. Everything's going to...
Dat was bij mij dus ook de eerste gewaarwording dat ik dacht.
Oh god, it's so troll. I can't. Bitcoin's on a roll. I think. Okay, what else we got? This. I think I moved out of my. Yeah, I moved out of my trench. Jeez, that's what happened. Yes, BlackRock, of course, saying that again. They have bought $172 million worth of Bitcoin last week, while retail is panic selling everything. Whales are buying aggressively. So the reason why I don't think we're going to stay lower than into the mid 70s very long. Japan to give crypto assets legal status of financial products. Yes. Yeah, and then we got robot.
A robot, and it's really quite fantastic. They said, Donald, you're going to be a robot now, and you're going to like it. And I said.
Yep, you're gonna like it.
Okay, the people love it. They just adore it. They're always grabbing and touching my robot body. I can no longer sit down. But I don't need to sit down. I'm in tremendous pain, but Elon says that will pass.
Yep, that will pass. You know what else will pass? Well, we gotta get through it first, and that is, of course,
and it's
the dystopian future, guys. Welcome to 2025. We made it. We made it to the dystopian future. This, of course, is the year where the robots, your AI, is coming for your job. It starts now. Guys, if you're a driver, a telemarketer, a lawyer, a data entry clerk, an accountant, a writer, a journalist, a bookkeeper, a receptionist, a bank teller, a travel agent, a factory worker, a customer service representative of any kind. I can't even talk today, guys. Fast food worker, just like me. And, of course, your friends and family and loved ones are all going to be replaced by the robots and the algorithms. They're coming, guys. They're coming. If they're not already here. I just lost my job twice this year already. Yes, I'm a statistic. Because I am not needed anymore. Robots have replaced me. So, guys, yeah, it's here. What are you waiting for? You gotta be useful. Find something else. Do something. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you. It's coming. All right, then we also got the United States Securities and Exchange Commission. Mara Holdings is to sell $2 billion worth of this stock to buy more Bitcoin. And they put in a filing for that as well. Poor versus rich versus crypto, bro. This is I'm telling you guys. This is me right here. Definitely. I'm trying to sell my house, man. I'm literally going to be homeless after this year. If I bought $10,000 worth of ETH 7 years ago, today you will have $11,500. Your net profit is $11,500, $1,500. That's it. If you would have sold ETH, if you would have bought ETH 7 years ago, yeah, we've definitely round tripped those bags. If you guys are still holding ETH, it's kind of sad, but it's true. I think Vitalik is partly to blame for that. Just saying. Bitcoin is currently at the Wyckoff reaccumulation phase. The drop below 85K is pure manipulation to scare the last standing bulls. Once the Bitcoin goes above 92K, bears will get wrecked, and we will be on our road to $125,000 Bitcoin. That's weird because that's exactly what I drew drunk one night Friday on Crypto Magic stream. Jeez. 2 Fridays ago, right? We drew that crazy, if I get back to it. Okay, I guess. Oh yeah, I deleted it at the beginning of the stream. It's been invalidated, but maybe I shouldn't have deleted it. I'll bring it back. Oh, God. Alright, yeah, let me bring that back. Our Super Bowl target from 2 weeks ago. There it is. Which is weird because, yeah, it takes us right to about that target. $120,000 Bitcoin. Crazy stuff. Can't make it up. Everyone's looking at the same thing. We are all humans. Psychologically, we're looking at the same thing. Stay humble and stack sats, talking to my friends and the family about Bitcoin. Just talking to that wall. Just talking to that wall. There's no one there. Blank face. Yep, I've definitely been there many, many times. Sailor posted his orange dot last week. Yep, and then of course the normies just don't get it, and they don't want to be saved. They don't want to get it because they are headed for their inevitable end with fiat. We don't want any of that Bitcoin crap. We're just going to fall down this part. Yep. With the dollar, there goes the dollar. Fun fact, Bitcoin has surged 660% since George Soros referred to it as a bubble in January of 2018. Yeah, we're in a totally different place now. And then what do you think will happen in April? Guys, look at this. Actually, everyone always compares the chart to 2017. If you look at this here, and I don't know why it took me a minute to kind of to really see it. But yeah, we kind of are mimicking the same sort of Q1 that we had back in 2017. Bitcoin basically had little to no gains within 3 months. And then it went on a massive tear. I don't think we're going to, 10x or whatever like we did in 2017. But I definitely think we could 2 to 4x. I think that is definitely on the cards. And again, it takes away my bias of selling man go away, as I've seen the majority of my time in crypto, right, and in stocks. But yeah, I think that could be a really good. And of course, this is just Crypto T asking you what you think will happen this April. Not financial advice. Just in, Trump to meet President Nayib Bukele this week in office in April. We're gonna have another visit with the Bitcoin president and the Bitcoin president. They're both Bitcoin presidents technically now, right? Jesus. Breaking China now allows ownership of Bitcoin and crypto in China, mainland China. This was actually, I don't even know if this is still true. I saw rumors over the weekend, and then this one literally is defending it as fact. Let's ask Grok real quick. True? Question mark. It seems like there might be a typo in your message. Yeah, there is definitely a typo. True? Question mark. Oh boy. Post-analysis currently uses a smaller model. Let's break down the claim that Max Brown determine if it's true. It's a claim. Historical China. Yeah. Despite these bans, enforcement has been inconsistent in activities. Recent developments supporting the claim suggest that Shanghai. Shanghai is different though. Market reflect. Yeah, so I'm not 100% on this yet. This still isn't fully confirmed. Exactly what I'm talking about. That's why you got to do your research, guys. You got Grok there to help you too. Not 100%, but it's very helpful still. Nintendo has $14 billion in cash. It's time for Sailor to make a trip to Japan. I love this post, guys. I love this. This is ridiculous. It's not the first time we've had any connection with Bitcoin before. Reggie Fils-Aimé came out in 2020. I remember this. He was the previous Bitcoin. Reggie Fils-Aimé is the previous Nintendo president, right, in America. And he came out and said, you know, Pokemon would be the best on the blockchain. He said you wouldn't have to worry about anyone, making fake Pokemon anymore if it was on the blockchain. Am I right? I'm just saying. That's what he said back in 2020. And I've got I could probably pull up a article confirming it. But I remember it. I remember it very vividly. I was like, oh my God, my two worlds are colliding. All right. Kathy Wood says Bitcoin's going to 1.5 million. There's nothing really new here, but I do, of course, love any time we get Kathy Woods out there. I love her insights.
The labor force is worried that, and we're talking about federal, state, and local, quasi-government categories like education and healthcare. There's a lot of fear around job security right now. So we see the saving rate going up, we see the velocity of money coming down, and we do think we'll see 1 or 2 negative quarters. What we believe that will do is set this administration up and the Fed up with more degrees of freedom for tax cuts and perhaps lower interest rates, or at least ending quantitative tightening.
What do you see as the rate path for this year? The Federal Reserve kicking off its 2-day policy meeting today. We're going to hear from Jay Powell tomorrow. How many rate cuts do you see happening this year, Kat?
Oh, yeah. And of course, she said that she sees at least 2 this year. Michael Seller just said Bitcoin's going to $50 million a coin.
2 billion to 20 billion to 200 billion to 2 trillion to 20 trillion to 200 trillion. And when it gets to 200 trillion, it'll chop along at plus 20% to eventually 3.
I'm sorry, guys. It will not let me play a full video tonight. It's like literally stopping every time I click play.
300, 400, 500 trillion dollars. And where is that capital going to come from? It's going to come from Russian real estate. It's going to come from Chinese private equity. It's going to come from everything in Africa, everything in South America. You have capital flowing from foreign financial and physical assets to Bitcoin. You have capital flowing from 20th century assets to Bitcoin. Capital is going to flow from the 20th century to the 21st century. It's going to flow from physical to digital. It's going to flow from currency-based derivatives to a digital commodity derivative. So it's already happening. It's unstoppable.
It keeps freezing, guys. I'm sorry.
It's literally like, for me to say Bitcoin's going to demonetize gold understates it. Yeah, it's going to demonetize gold. Then it's going to demonetize the real estate that's 10x more than gold. Then it's going to demonetize every long-term store of value. So what you have is a situation like the Europeans show up and they give like some Dutch guilders or some pieces of paper or some glass beads or seashells or stone coins to people using a more primitive form of money. And we have the opportunity to, in essence, just grab 10, 20, 25% of the network, let the entire dynamic flow, and it's going to accelerate. And when the dust settles, the American people will own 25, 30% of that capital, which right now is sitting in 20th century dollars of.
Oh my God, guys, I'm so sorry. I cannot get it to stop pausing these videos. God. So yeah, and we got Wolverine looking at the past $100,000 Bitcoin breakout of course, in tears. I'm so sorry, Wolvie. I'm so sorry. Yeah, the age of robotics has arrived. Look at this chart, guys. This is what you're up against. It's not looking good for humanity right now. We've got, how many? 13 manufacturers now creating robots underneath $30,000 a robot. It's going to get crazy for competition out there. The ones, of course, leading the way have been Unitree. We got Tesla's Optimism robot, right? The Optimus robot. We've got the H1. That's the Unitree one right there. Yep. The Atlas from Boston Dynamics. I do not think that one's really commercial ready, right? That's our government. Digital Agility. You got the Apollo. It looks very super futuristic, like 70s, 60s futuristic robot. Phoenix Sanctuary AI robot. There's so many now, guys. Figure 01. I haven't even heard of half of these until the day I saw this. GR1 from Fourier. The Neo 1X. We got the HD Atlas from Boston Dynamics as well. Again, these have been retired. Yeah, that's retired. That's the old school robots from our DARPA division, right? All right. So yeah, robots are coming, guys. They're coming. They're coming. All right, let's get through that. Let's get to the normies, shall we? It's getting kind of late. I still got to go over the charts too. Before I do that, of course, giving a shout out to the chat. How's it going in the chat? Big Dog, Usertron. Yes, thank you, man. Thank you, my guy. I appreciate it. Danny says, "Hey, you're still live." Yes, I'm still live. I hope so. I think I've been having some technical difficulties here tonight. I was out having dinner with the wife. Yes. Hey, thanks, Danny, for coming back. I guess that was you, not me. Larry thinks letter today was telling everyone to invest in crypto. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Are you crazy? Are you stupid? Right? As Oscar, of course, would say. Are you stupid?
Stupid?
Oh, geez. Yes, it is definitely a shout out. It's definitely an emergency, right? If you're not in crypto right now, I can't help you. I can't help you. All right. Yeah. And then he says, Ryan Miller says, I would feel safer around the robot that is 4'11". You want a robot that's taller than you, Ryan? Oh, Jesus. I'm sorry. Symbiotic Warehouse Robotics. Yeah. What in the hell, Beebs? What in the hell, Beebs? All right. Okay, guys. So what are the normies looking at tonight? What are they looking at? Are we burning more Teslas? Are we I don't know. Are they locking up more groceries? What are the normies searching for today? Virginia, Jayafrey, Jackson, Paul Frofar. What do the normies love? They love three things, guys. They love their sports, right? They love their celebrities, and they love the video games. That's it. That's the majority of the three things that they really search on a daily basis. Anytime we get anything relative to our space, I, of course, give them a golf clap because it's very rare. Very rare that the normies think outside the box. The box is, of course, where they're stuck. They're stuck in. Those three things, of course, are obey, consume, obey. The celebrities, the video games, and the sports ball. Okay, so Trans Day of Visibility. I don't know. Trans Visibility Day. I don't know what that is. I'm assuming that's probably social political statement. Marine Le Pen. Embezzlement, unlock Burrito Day. Ooh, Burrito Day. I can't eat today. April Fool's pranks. April Fool's are, of course, going live tomorrow. Red Sox versus Oracles. Then we get through all the normies and their sports ball stuff. Georgia election law. Giants versus Astros. Sports. April Fool's Days. Everyone's a fool on April Fool's Days, especially the normies. We're ignoring our space. Wouldn't that be funny if Bitcoin bottomed out? Oh, today is... Oh, wait, no, tomorrow's the 1st. Yeah, duh. Trump's coming out tomorrow. RuneScape, Dragon Wilds. RuneScape's still a thing? What? I played that game in the 90s, like when I was in elementary school. Oh, my God. Oh, man, that takes me back. RuneScape, wow. Ashley St. Clair, Ranger versus Reds. Rex Hayerman. Bulls versus Thunder. Long Island serial killer in Long Island, wow. Sedona Prince, Trey Young, and Kings versus Pacers. Sports. Normies love their sports. All right, we're done with the normies. They get a 0 today. They don't even get a passing grade. Done. F. Grade F for for the normies. Are they even looking at Bitcoin today? That's the question. This is, of course, the 12-month on Bitcoin searches for Google, and we're looking at the last 7 days. And the normies are dead. Flatline. We had a little bit of a peak up here. I guess we can give them some credit. At the beginning of the day, this is 5 a.m. So this is not even America. That's not even America. That's not America. That's probably the close for foreign markets. So yeah, it's kind of sad, guys. It's really sad. The normies are just not here yet, and they're late. They're about I would say about a month late to the game. It's gonna melt their faces off. here soon. Bitcoin currently sitting at 82,500. Let's do a quick little checkup on the chat and then get into our price predictions for the night. Review what we did last weekend. And it's crazy too, guys. I cannot believe how much on it I was from last weekend into the, I mean, no one else does the entire weekend prediction like I do, or like the magic does, right? I don't do nothing. The chaos magic does it all. All right, so what do we got? Yes, what up, Taku? My brother McNerney in the house. How's it going, McNerney? Yes. Danny says April Fool's Bitcoin prediction bottoms out tomorrow at 30K. Yes. And then up to 108,000, then dumps back down from sideways movement until May. Ooh, I'm gonna double down on your prediction and say it's gonna go sideways all the way through May into June, right? Because sell may go away, right? I like it. Walmart works with a company called Symbiotic. They specialize in robotics and warehouses. That's where we're placing them tomorrow, right? That's awesome. Look at that. Look at you go, Beeves. I love that. The alpha in the chat. Symbiotic from Walmart for the robotics for warehouses. Cool stuff. I'm going to have to dive into that. McNerney says, you said it right, man. McNerney. Strawberry Dragon says, water fasting is a good idea to save some money and feast later. Yes, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing another week. I haven't done this since the last time I was laid off, and I really wanted to do it last time I got laid off, but didn't have enough time. So I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do another. This time I'm going to try to beat my record. 5 days. I'm going to do 7 days. What's up, bro? Big Bodo Gains in the house. Yes, Big Bodo Gains. How you doing? Big Bodo? You know, Strawberry, though, I think it's going to be easier for me now because I only eat one meal a day for the last 7 years. So I've already kind of been fasting already. So I think it's going to be even easier than it was for me back in 2018, last time I tried. All right. So, yeah, what's going on? Speaking of what's up with these charts? Like, what's up with these charts?
What are you, stupid?
What are we looking at? We're just going sideways right before Trump comes out tomorrow. That's what it looks like. But man, I mean, could I not be any more on this, guys? This is ridiculous. Of course, we were looking for more of a baseline or a bearish from the weekend low, right? And we went and consolidated sideways on the bearish line. I could not believe I even drew this out almost exactly perfect again. Who else does this? I don't know. It's ridiculous, guys. So, of course, I tell you every single day, I'm tired.
You win so much, you may even get tired of winning. I say, please, you likes winning. Can't take it anymore.
No more. I want to be wrong, guys. Tomorrow, we better get like a $20,000 candle up or down. Or I'm gonna probably stop doing this, man. Just it's getting to the point where it's like it's almost like voodoo or something. Like, I don't know. It's something a little too surreal about this. Okay, so what's going on? Of course, we're gonna do our price predictions tonight. We're gonna get into the crypto chaos magic. Let's clean up the chart. And I mean, what are we at? Like 50 days now in a row being right? I'm sick of being right. I'm tired of winning. All right, but we did invalidate this channel, though, right? We were watching this for a while, about 2 weeks now, and we just got invalidated. So this, of course, can be thrown out the baby and the bathwater. We're gonna start fresh, and yeah, it looks pretty good. I like it. All right, so where does it take us into? I gotta dig out all of our. I had to hide it from my potential buyers of my house. Man, this is getting dirty. A lot of burn stains on here. Yeah, burn marks. So we're burning all the bennies. Yeah. Well, need enough of that. There's most of it, Benny. Yeah. Okay, that'll work. And of course I need my moon. Where's my moon? Where's my lighter? I can't burn nothing without my lighter. Okay, there we go. All right. Of course, guys, we are going to do our predictions based on crypto chaos magic. Here we go, guys. We got the Bitcoin candle. We're gonna light it. This is the first step to getting accurate predictions. Very accurate predictions. Oh no! As I just lose my my laser eyes. Bear with me 1 second. But yeah, no one else quite does it like we do here. Oh man. And no one else gets this accurate, I feel, too. Everyone's like, oh, I think it's going to do this. You know, the RSI is so... the golden cross is right now, guys. It's going to break out. Oh, the death cross. Oh, it's going to go down. It's a lagging indicator, though. It's a lagging indicator. I've heard it all. I've heard it all. But you know what? Nothing comes quite close to just chaos. Why? Why? Because...
Bitcoin's powered by chaos.
That's right, Sailor. That's absolutely right. Of course, 2024 conference. He said those great things. He even said my favorite thing, too, of course, bringing Godzilla into the mix. Oh, yeah. Anyway, so where are we going? Of course, we've got our Bitcoin candle. We've got the moon, of course, our idol, right? And we've got our sacrifice, which is a little bit of Benny. Just a little bit of Benny tonight. Nothing too crazy. I feel like if we do start lighting up like multiple Bennies a night, maybe that's what Bitcoin's gonna. You know what? I'm gonna finish this off. I'm gonna try to give it a little bit more of a sacrifice tonight into tomorrow to give us some good luck. Look at that Benny. That's beautiful. That's beautiful bird Benny right there. All right, I love trolling, guys. Anyway, so yes, we have done it, guys. Oh yeah, and our seance, Crypto Chaos, fire and everything. We've got it on lock. Okay, let's get locked in and figure out where we're headed with price, shall we? All right, so right now, let's bring back up the heat map for you. If I can, wow, my computer's like freezing up today, guys. All right, I need a new computer. We need to break out so I can buy a new computer. All right, let's get to it. All right, so we've got Bitcoin right now. Brought to you the heat map for free, yada, yada, yada. Came by the White Snow Line. We're looking at our bottom still around just under 80,000. So I'm assuming it's probably what 79.5 or whatever right there. And then we've got our top sitting at about 90K sell wall. Huge sell wall for that $90,000 Bitcoin. It's going to be a while until we break through that, or we're going to need a really strong push to get through that. And Michael Sauer could have helped us out a little bit if he wouldn't have stop buying off the OTC, right? Am I right? All right, but yeah, it looks like we're still stuck in this range right here. We've had better days, but yeah, it's pretty much sideways action, and it's really getting lit up. Like the Bears and the Bulls cannot decide who is going to let who pass by, you know. So I think I think tonight's going to be kind of boring, to be honest. Into tomorrow, and I don't know if we do we even have a particular time frame on when Trump's coming out tomorrow. Trump, Liberation Day. Like what even look up this? Trump is now planning splashy Liberation Day announcement. This is 5 hours ago, according to CNN. Oh, they love Trump. That's CNN. What he'll say is still up in the air. What do we have a date on here? It's all we're looking for is a date. We got April, announced on April 2nd. I was like, okay, so it's not going to be tomorrow then. It would be announced on April 2nd. Yeah, so we still have 2 days. Who said that in the chat? Someone else called that in the chat, and I keep getting this mixed up between Tuesday is April 1st, which is the big one, of course, Jasmine in Japan and Japanese investors, first fiscal day of the year for Japan, which is starting tonight as we speak. Guys, right now in Japan it is about 10 o'clock in the morning of April 1st. Huge. So that's a big one, right? So they're going to get, of course, new budgets and refinancing started for this fiscal year for Japan. Yeah. And then we have tariffs that are going to be talked about on Tuesday or on Wednesday. Well, it's got to be Wednesday, right? Wednesday, April 2nd. I keep getting, because it's not lined up on the 1st, like Monday is not the 1st. So I keep thinking like a day behind. So these are supposed to go into effect on April 3rd after he announces the auto tariffs. Okay. So we still got another day, guys. Damn it. We still have at least another day to get through. Unless he come out and says something stupid between now and then, I don't think it's going to do anything but sideways. That's definitely what the market is showing us. It is what it is. It is what it is. It was Chappie. Yes, it was you. It was I, Chappie. I thought you were the one who said that earlier. Yes, you're going to be a happy Chappie too when this is all said and done. Anyway, Danny says, may God bless you, Otaku, with the sale of the house. Thank you, man. Hopefully I can get it sold before we crash the market into oblivion and I'm stuck here forever. And I'm going to have to pay it off and live here and just be happy. I don't want to do that. Please don't let me do that.
What are you, stupid?
No, I don't want to do it. I want to travel the world and be done with this place. Anyway, so with that being said, let's get back to the charts. I'd show you where I feel like we're going to head into tonight. And we're kind of already stuck in that range here. It's pretty clear and methodical. I don't think we're going to get through 87K tonight. I mean, we could probably see a retest just because Japan's more bullish right now on on Bitcoin, as we just said. There's been some sentiment on that, although I really doubt it. That's going to be probably our bull hard prediction, right? But more realistically, I think we're going to probably return back down, retest to 85 maybe. And then maybe a low of 80, 81. Of course, I'm going to draw this all out for you, get our ritual sticks out and do the thing, because I'm getting a little off. In my rants, I'm getting a little off from our target. Okay, so anyway, guys, if this is the first time you've been with me, this is what I do every single night. What I like to do is, of course, use the key time frames represented by these ritual sticks right here in our Crypto Chaos magic to show you where the Bitcoin price is going to go. And as I just showed you, it's crazy how it works. Like, I'm like 50 days on it on this, man. I mean, it's not 100% precise, but my God, it's like within like the tiniest bit of margin of error on some of these calls. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so yeah, what I of course do is I of course take over the psychological approach to Bitcoin price targeting in predictions or whatever, and we basically go through all the news, all the sentiment, and then I map it out for you on a scale that makes sense to the volatility of Bitcoin when it's going to be trading and in the minds of the world, right? And everyone always trades within 3 numbers. Guys, if you're in the United States, Eastern Standard Time, it's easier to know. It measures up to both sides of the world. It's crazy. New York, I live in New York, and New York's Eastern Standard Time parallels the other side of the world for the foreign markets on the daily open, close, and the day trading 12 p.m. lunch hour. So if you just look at those 3 numbers, 9, 12, and 3, you'll know exactly when all the volatility is going to take place, whether it's up or down. Usually it's if the market sells off prior, you're going to probably see the other side of the world want to buy that up, and then vice versa. And then you'll also see huge layers of sentiment where we just see upward bullish potential or downward potential, depending on what the sentiment is. So, of course, that is what we're getting into tonight. Where are we headed? So what I think is going to happen tonight, this is actually looking like it's going to do what they call again, we try to analyze other, similar patterns to the trading patterns that everyone looks at psychologically to move the markets to. Right now, it looks like Bitcoin's starting to create like a cup and handle pattern. So yeah, it could actually start to break upward out of that into the foreign market. So there's some of that too at play in the 15-minute. It's definitely looking like pretty bullish. So yeah, it's rounding out in the bottom right now. So anyway, so what I think is going to happen tonight, of course, I'm going to give you the bull, the bear, the baseline target, and of course the super bear and the super bull. Super bear is still at play at 73K. But anyway, here we go. Enough ranting, enough raving. Let's get to it. All right, so my first target is going to be my baseline target. I feel like it's going to probably come up here, retest 83, 84, $1,000 Bitcoin, get rejected, come back down and reconsolidate on the morning. Kind of sideways action. That's kind of bullish, to be honest. Yeah, I'm just going to roll with that. And then we're going to do our bullish prediction, which is going to be ridiculous. Super, you know what? No, that's going to be our bullish prediction. I don't think it's going to get too much more than that. As you've seen the last few days, we really haven't even returned back to anywhere near 85K or 87K quite yet. Then, of course, we're going to have our Super Bowl prediction. Which will take us up to, I don't know, where the bull tards want. It's at 85K there. Yeah, we'll just keep chucking upward and roll on over. 87K, almost touching that level there. That'll be our Super Bowl prediction for tonight. Nothing too crazy, guys. Nothing too crazy. I don't think that's happening either. It's, like, in my opinion, that's just not, realistic. And then, we've got our baseline target, which just wants to get above 84 but can't. So that's where I think we're going to go for a baseline. And our bear, our bear is going back down to retest to 81. We're getting inching ever so closer to 80,000, right? We got to get through 80,000 to get back under 273, which I still am not I'm not 100% subscribed to that. It's still in play because the bears want to see it that way. We are entering the monthly close just ended actually. So yeah, I mean, we're actually holding up pretty strong for the monthly close. Looks like we came through the monthly close just under 84,000, which is crazy because I don't know if you guys remember that Josh Mandel guy. He called it. He said in March we would hit that 84K, and then it would be 380K away from the all-time high, which would take us to $444,000 Bitcoin. And that cryptic, crazy poem, right? So yeah, take that with what you will. Maybe a lot of orange pills. That's probably what I would take it with. Definitely, yeah, I definitely would like to have some of those crazy predictions with some orange pills for faith, right? For faith alone. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I think is going to happen for a bearish retest of the 81K level. So we kind of run up here, fake out, and then go back down and retest 81K in the market open bounce. That would be my guess for a bearish reading. And lately we've been more right about the bear readings, retests that are, I mean, the bear calls and the base calls than the bullish ones, right? So just take that with what you will. It's how the market is playing it right now. But I think tomorrow would be really funny to see a reversal. Because yeah, it is April Fool's Day, and it would be. I definitely call all the bears into full territory when we're invalidating all of this for them in the near future. But yeah, what's the key level we're looking at right now is about 81.3, 81.5. That's the one to look at for tonight. All right, guys, what else do you got for me in the chat? Danny, give me a thumbs up. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. I will see you guys then tomorrow. Have a good night. Don't be stupid.
What are you, stupid? Are you stupid? Are you stupid?
We're not even there yet. We're not even there. We're so early. We're so early. I will see you guys later. Peace.
The agency informed the NASDAQ and the CBOE that BlackRock and Fidelity's proposals are insufficient.
We can make the dollar the most attractive currency by continuing to have the rule of law.
You always print money to do that.
I suppose it would diminish our status as the reserve currency.
Just shut up. There's no expectation of privacy above me in the sky.
So Bitcoin is the solution because you can buy Bitcoin right.
I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to talk after like 3 days of no food, guys. I don't know, man. I don't know. just water. Later, guys.
Bet.